Good morning, first grade. I hope you are all doing well. Today is Wednesday, September 16th, 2020. It is day 4 in your specials rotation, so you will have art today at 12:15 this afternoon. It is the 11th day of school, so you may have noticed that I've taken down the 10 frame and I've put up a Reckon Rec. And that was that tool that we used in one of our math classes to help us count and show different numbers. And if you notice, I've pushed all the top row, all 10, to the one side of the Reckon Rec. And then I have moved one of them over to show that today is the 11th day of school. And if you remember in that class, we learned about counting the 10 way. So we can call this 11, but we can also count it the 10 way, which is saying 10, 1. Now, let me ask you, what will tomorrow's 10 way be? If we were to count for tomorrow, the 12th day of school, I'll let you think about that. It would be 10, 2. Very good. So we will talk a lot more about the 10 way in our classes. So I also updated the coins. We have 1 dime, which is worth 10 cents, and 1 penny, which is worth 1 cent. And together, 10 and 1 make 11. Those are parts of 11. All right, before we go through the schedule for today, let's go ahead and stand, if you'd like to join me to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Stand. And I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. So for today, this morning, coming out first thing on Seesaw will be a Spelling City activity. Tomorrow, Thursday, will be our first spelling test that we will take during our live lesson in the morning on Thursday. So normally we would have spelling homework on Wednesdays. Instead of homework, this will just be an assignment that you can work on tomorrow when you have a chance. As soon as you log into Spelling City, an assignment box will pop up and it will be to take a practice spelling test. It says spelling test me or spelling test, but we'll just be using it as a practice for you to practice your words before our test. It will tell you the words and then ask you to type them. And it will check it for you and give you a score, but this is just a practice. Okay, so just try your best and you can use it to help prepare for the spelling test on Thursday. Then there will also be a lesson coming out first thing this morning about something that's called nouns. And I'll explain it in a video that goes along with the lesson, but you can watch the lesson video first and then there's a short response after you've watched the lesson video on nouns. And then lastly for this morning, you'll have your math application problem. And you've been doing a great job with those, so keep up the great work and thank you so much. I hope it's helping to get your math brains warmed up for the afternoon. Then at 10 a.m. we will have our live class. We will do word building. Today will be our last day of word building for this week. So we'll generally do it 3 times per week. And the letters that you'll need for today, I see there's a bit of a glare and I will type up, and that certainly didn't help, but the letters for our class today are HITDAS. So if you could please grab those ahead of time, that's been really, really helpful. So thank you for getting those ahead of time. So that will be our 10 a.m. class. And then after the 10 a.m. class, you'll have a activity that comes out like we've been doing with the dictation, a part to put your dictation paper that we do during the class. And then there'll be some a high frequency word practice activity with that instead of a decodable. So there will not be a decodable today, but rather a practice with our high frequency words, which I've put over here. And see if you can read these words along with me. And I know maybe it's a little hard to see, maybe green isn't the best color, but see if you can see them and read them with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Use, saw, want, more. Excellent. So remember, these are the words that often do not follow our normal spelling patterns and they don't sound like what they look like. They're sometimes rule breakers, right? They don't follow our normal spelling rules. And so sometimes you just have to learn them and memorize them. So some things that you could do to practice are flashcards could be great. If you wanted to make the flashcards and then use them, just practicing writing them is really helpful. And then you have the flashcards that you can practice from. You could draw, and if it's okay with your grown-ups, you could use sidewalk chalk or write in fun colors of different markers or pens if you have laying around. You could even write them in the air with your finger and practice. You could just say the spellings out loud and clap and chant like U-S-E, use. You could keep an eye for them if you see them if you're reading something or a book, or even if you see something on TV or anywhere around you and you notice one of the words, call it out and say, hey, that's one of my high frequency words. So just the kind of quick little practice here and there will help you just keep learning those words and just know them by sight. So keep up the great work. And then got a little off track there, but then this afternoon we'll have our 1 p.m. math class. If you could please bring the dry erase board, marker, and the 2 workbooks like you've been doing, that will be great. And let me know if you need anything, and I'll see and talk to everybody soon. Bye.